I'm going to call this regular meeting, City of Aiken Planning Commission, Tuesday, June 12th, 2018, to order. Ask everybody to put their cell phones on silent while we conduct the meeting. Okay, approval of the minutes. Any additions or corrections to the previous minutes?
Mr. Chairman, on the May 15th, 2018 minutes, I've already let Madam Clerk know that on page 5, there was indication that I had made a motion to recommend City Council deny application 18-50003, and it just did not note after that no one seconded that motion, and so the motion was not carried. So I asked her to add on that the motion was not seconded.
Yes, I agree with you exactly. That's exactly what happened. There was a motion made. There was no second, so we never discussed it.
Thanks, sir.
So we'll make that change.
Thanks, sir.
Anything else? Okay. With the exception of that change, the minutes stand approved as written. Okay. No old business tonight. New business.
Did we get a motion and second on the minutes, though?
Yeah, well, we can vote on the minutes. Motion on them.
I'll make a motion with the amendment to accept.
Okay. All in favor? Raise your right hand. Approved. Okay. It's approved. Okay. New business. Application number 18-20014, annexation request from 265 Spring Drive by Joshua and Joyce C. Richardson. Anybody here to speak on behalf of this this application? Anybody here to speak in opposition to this application? It's an application for proposed zoning change from residential single-family conservation to residential single-family RS-15 and to be annexed into the city. Okay, do I have a motion?
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to accept the application reference, application number 18-20014, annexation request, tax parcel number 106-17-18-011, applicant Joshua A. and Joyce C. Richardson. I'll make a motion we approve as noted.
Second.
Okay. Discussion. Any discussion? Okay. Everybody in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. Opposed? Okay, unanimous. Motion is approved. It is annexed into the city and changed to a residential single-family RS-15. Okay, 3B, which is an application number 18-22003 concept plan from Mr. Leon and Elizabeth Green regarding property on Town Creek Road. Current zoning is office. Is there anybody to speak in favor of this proposal application?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir. Mr. Green.
I'm the owner, Leon Green.
Yes, sir.
If you recall, I was here a couple of months ago in which the Planning Commission rejected or approved disapproval of the concept plan, and the City Council sent it back to the Planning Commission because I made some changes which addressed most of the issues that were associated with the initial request. Specifically, that we went one building, eliminated the center driveway, which was primarily a public safety issue, which was a primarily concern of the committee. We also went to one building rather than two, with 6 units rather than 8. The density is less than 50% of what is, about 50% of what is allowed by the code. All property is within the setbacks, approved setbacks, and there's plenty of room around the building to meet the requirements for set-aside space for green and for access to it. Other than that, essentially the plan is submitted with the streets with 3 driveways, each driveway accessing 2 units, and those are off Greer Court. Nothing is required to come off Town Creek Road.
And you'll have, and each one, I believe, each unit has a 1-car garage.
That is correct.
And the additional parking pad, if they have another car, they can park it on there in front of their unit. Gotcha. And there was some issue we had come up, Mr. Green, and let me just tell you, you may already be aware of this. There's an issue about storm drainage, stormwater drainage. Are you familiar with that issue, or do you know about what I am speaking of?
I do.
Okay. There's some problems out there apparently in the project, and
Well, as a property owner, those are not my problems.
well, except for the fact that you may be responsible for the stormwater on that particular piece of property.
On that piece of property, yes, I am.
Okay.
And before I bought the property in 2016, I have a set of approved plans here by the Planning Commission in which a stormwater study was done on that lot. And the infrastructure that associated with that particular lot and the storm is in place.
Well, we would, that would be my only comment, that we want to make sure that the stormwater issue is not a problem, so we will, we can discuss that.
Well, I'll be glad to do another, with the site plan, to be glad to do another stormwater study
Okay.
on that piece of property.
Okay. Any questions of Mr. Green by anyone? Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Anybody else wants to speak in favor of this application? Opposed? Anybody want to be? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really.
We ask you to step up and give us your name and your address.
My name's Scott Flickinger. I live in Gem Lakes, which
Okay.
is adjacent to this property.
Okay.
So I guess I'm not necessarily opposed to what he's doing, but I want to elaborate on what you touched on with the stormwater. I mean, there is an issue out there, and I just wanted to make sure that the commission understood what the issue is. And does the commission
tell us
have-
what you think it is.
The stormwater detention pond is not functioning correctly. So it is right now, as of the heavy rains we had around Memorial Day, it overflows and flows through a property in Gem Lakes and then into our stormwater system. So there's a pretty significant engineering issue with what was put into place. So appreciate that he put forward that he would accommodate a study to address that. You may want to look into this. That's more complicated.
That I'd address the stormwater issues on that piece of property.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't want to commit him to any.
Well, you understand what we're basically doing here tonight, or what we're trying to do with regard to his application is approve a land use for his application.
Understood.
We have heard there is a stormwater issue. I'm not saying Mr. Green is responsible for that stormwater issue.
I totally understand. For me, it's just point of information. I just wanted to make sure that the commission knew. Obviously, there's some way that you interact with engineering.
Yes, there is, and I would suggest we're a body that's an advisory body, so we will make a recommendation tonight to the city council.
Right.
Whether up or down.
Right.
Okay? I would recommend you go to the city council meeting.
Okay.
At which time this will be considered by the city council.
All right.
And make the same points about.
And I have already done it to engineering. I mean, engineering is aware of
I would recommend you go to the council itself.
Okay.
And make your comments, because
Thank
it's an issue.
Understood.
Okay. Anybody else wants to comment in opposition to the application? Okay. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
with respect to application number 18-22003, a concept plan for tax parcel number 106-18-19-014, I would like to move that we recommend this application to City Council with an addition to the possible conditions, which reads that the applicant submit, which you've agreed to do, a stormwater management plan which will subsequently be approved by the city engineer. So that we recommend this to council,
Okay.
including conditions 1 through 4.
With the recommendation that the stormwater plan be approved by the city engineer?
Right.
Okay.
Second.
Second? Okay. Any discussion? Anybody got any further discussion on this one?
No, but we would like to thank you for making a big effort into trying to meet the conditions that were holding you back before. And it's apparent that you did that, so
Yeah.
we appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more workable now, Mr. Green, with your reduction in the numbers and turning it and running it off there into Greer Court. I think that'll work a lot better. Okay, all in favor of the motion as proposed, raise your hand. Opposed? Okay, motion is passed unanimously. That's all. Do we have a motion for adjourn? Well, item 3C, let me just, for the record, item 3C has been continued upon request by the Planning Commission, and I've agreed, so we've continued that item. Now, motion to adjourn.
Motion. To adjourn.
All in favor? Good.